Alright, I'm about to get into it. Alright, everybody, we are rolling.
I'll say that again. Hi, my name is Draylon Gore.
Hi, I'm Sasha.
Hi, my name's Nina Sharp.
Hi, my name is Kate Arness.
Hello, I'm Brooke, one of the Threnody Collective members.
Member of Threnody Collective.
I am with the Threnody Collective.
We are a group of recent graduates from the U Arts program in cooperation with the Pig Iron School.
Culminated in our final semester bringing Threnody to a stage.
So what does Threnody mean?
Threnody,
Threnody is a noun. It is a synonym for a dirge.
wailing, grief-riddled song or poem of mourning.
Our first iteration of Threnody was so affected and directed by our soundscapes, by the music we were making. It only made sense that our title should be involved with sound, and the title Threnody still rings true.
5 of us have decided to come together to create this mystical piece about grief, collective grief, and personal individual grief, and how our bonds become stronger when we lift each other up.
It's a community that brings people together to have a collective experience.
And I am here at Little Pond Arts Retreat Center in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, where we are diving back into this work.
We spent dedicated time revisiting our old material, deciding what old material we could take with us to this second iteration, and honestly what ideas weren't serving us anymore. We got to spend time with the chickens, we got to garden, we got to spend time in nature with the only objective being creation. Little Pond was such a privilege to be able to experience.
The first iteration of this was just the beginning of scratching the surface at something. And after hearing from an audience and reflecting on our own, I think there's so much deeper we can go.
A lot's happened since we showed this piece back in December, and we have a lot of questions.
We've changed as a collective from the people we were when we first did the show to the people we are now in 2022. We have some new constraints that didn't exist for our first iteration. We have constraints from our first iteration that don't exist anymore. The whole show is going to be entirely different in so many ways, I think.
And you might ask yourself why. Brooke, why are you all diving back in and making anew and making again? And to that, I'd say we have a lot more to say.
Grief, to me, is a process of healing, is a process of being vulnerable with thyself or with others that are grieving the same experience that you're going through.
We're in a constant state of grieving the way life was and could have been, and things that we missed, people that have died, people that have moved away from our lives. Grieving the loss of people's faces, you know, what is covered and then what is revealed through obscuring something.
Sometimes grief isn't always related to death, from what I've learned. Grief can also come from the death of a relationship, of a friendship, of a romance.
I imagine sometimes that grief is a thing, a presence that is sort of treated the same way an oyster might treat a piece of debris in its delicate folds. It uses an enzyme to coat the debris until it becomes soft and smooth and no longer painful.
I feel like a lot of people hold a lot of shit in, and when you hold that in, that can hurt in a bad way. And then, but even when you hold it in, it's kind of like a volcano, and it just erupts. And then once that eruption happens, sometimes it's really bad for our health. And our body tells us, hey, look, you have taken so much in, you need to let that all out.
We're grieving different things, we're grieving differently.
I tend to find myself being like, you know what, I'm just going to sit down in my comfy couch and I'm going to have a good old cry session, and we're going to feel good about it. It's going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. A lot of shit happens for a reason. We've let that cry out. Usually 10 times out of 10 for me, I feel really good. I feel like I've let a weight off, you know? And so I think a good cry can feels so good. It hurts sometimes, but I think it hurts in a good way.
The idea that we're all breathing together, we're all witnessing something that is unique and different every single night is what makes theater really special. It's knowing that you're brushing shoulders with someone who is seeing and witnessing the same thing that you are.
A blend of ingredients, and we're coming together to make a full-on meal of masterpieces that is Threnody.
Threnody premieres at Christ Church Neighborhood House in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, September 7th, 8th, and 9th.
It's so important that we're telling this story now. I mean, it's a palpable right now story. It's a right now movement piece and song cycle and way of engaging with our feelings that isn't just talking about them, it's moving with them.
So thank you to the people who've already supported our campaign so far, and to all the other people who have supported our work in so many other ways. Thank you so much.
If you donate $50 or more, you get access to the groupie feed, which contains all of our early devised material, an exclusive peek into some of our new material as well.
It would really mean the world if you would consider supporting this piece.
Thank you. This project would be impossible without you. We so appreciate your support.